Robert Leedy will be bringing a random assortment of topics to the table topics table. Dial up your spontaneity adjustment to 10. And welcome Table Topics Master, tongue-twisting Robert Leedy.
Good morning, Winter Park Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I will say the topic, and then I will say your name, so please pay attention. The topic, frogs. Toastmaster Mark Shear.
Frogs?
Ribbit?
He said frogs, my friend.
Frogs.
Frog. What?
Frogs.
Frogs. Yes. What do frogs eat? Flies?
Mosquitoes.
Hops. Insects. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen the plethora of food that distinguished Toastmaster Jordan Camaker brings to Winter Park Toastmasters on Friday morning? We have something, I have no idea what this is. It looks like maybe hard spinach. It has fresh spinach. He has a muffin. He has guac. What in the world are you going to use guac here with this? He has a little bit of eggs, bread. What? He's handing out kisses when you get here. What in the world? I do not want a kiss from you, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, did you bring your pantry and your refrigerator?
I have a cooler right there.
Oh, gosh. I missed some stuff here. We have sunflower seeds.
Is anything zestful, Mark?
What else do we have?
Hashish.
I don't want to know. We have more kisses. We have teriyaki. Jeez, you've got to be kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, I would much prefer to be a frog than what he has brought here this morning.
The topic is horses. Toastmaster Gina Resende.
Horses?
Horses.
I love animals, I love horses. Once I had an experience, I was in this town where they had horses, and I said, I'm going to try. And it was the biggest adventure ever, because the guy put me on the horse, and I climbed mountains for the first time. It was an amazing experience. I have no time to tell all about it. But I will tell you in another time, because it was incredible. The adrenaline I had, but never again. Now, smoothly.
The topic is snow. Toastmaster Hunter Thoughts.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm feeling a little zestful this morning. All right. Snow. Fun fact about me, I've never seen snow. However, my mother, who grew up in Ohio, go Bucks, has seen snow. She has told me a lot of stories about snow, how she would do snow angels, how often she hates the cold, which is why she moved to Florida. And every single time she has to go back up to Ohio during the winter to see relatives, she's always calling me, Hunter, it's so cold. Mom, it's Ohio. I'm coming back home in 2 weeks. Okay, Mom, I love you. Bye. All right, that's it for today. Thank you.
The topic, my hardest class. Toastmaster Ashley Costello.
Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
This is a great topic because my son is actually going into his 10th year at Oviedo High School, and we were talking about his classes last night. And he says he's very excited for statistics. I'm like, that is not a very zestful class whatsoever. I hated statistics. The numbers were all over the place. I could not understand anything that's going on. But he is very excited for it. You don't want to do like music theory, you don't want to do, I don't know, culinary school or class. those items are very fun. But he's like, no, statistics, that's where it's at. I want to be, and he must be an engineer, I'm older. I'm like, kudos to you. I am not going to be able to help you because those numbers, they teach math very differently now. So, sorry, like you're on your own.
The topic, rainbows. Toastmaster, Philip Santos.
Good morning.
Good
Morning. Rainbows. What do I know about rainbows? The thing about rainbows is it always comes after a storm, right? It always signals that something is happening around whatever area that you're in right now, and it's over. And now it's always gonna get better. I think if you really think about it, the fact is you can see a rainbow outside. It's just something so extraordinary from everything you see. Because when you look up, usually you're thinking of either a storm because it passed by a couple hours ago, or just blue skies, or there's clouds. But rainbows, you see all those different colors, and it's just so amazing to see. I'm sure everybody has so many amazing stories about rainbows and everything. There's even, different cultures praise rainbows. If you go to the Irish one, they praise like a pot of gold right before the rainbow. But I'm out of time, so thank you.
The topic, Thanksgiving dinner. Toastmaster, Carrie Lynn Hunt.
Good
Morning.
Good morning.
morning. Not very zestful in the morning, so I apologize if I mess up. But Thanksgiving dinner is actually one of my least favorite dinners.
Oh.
I feel like Chandler from Friends for Thanksgiving, not a favorite holiday. I do love to cook, and I feel like the food that is served on Thanksgiving is some of the most unflavorful and boring food that you could make. So I would much prefer to host a very untraditional Thanksgiving and have someone else do all the cleanup for me. Because nothing is worse than eating an unflavorful dinner and then having to clean up after all your family.
The topic is 4th grade. Toastmaster, Roy Shearer.
Can you remember?
I wasn't feeling well 3 or 4 years ago. I called my doctor, got the recording, call 911 if you're thinking of failing. I called 911, answered, what's happening? I said, I woke up this morning feeling zestful. And she said, how old are you? 84. She said, we'd like you to come in this morning at about, we open at 8 o'clock, and we'll check you out. At your age, you shouldn't be feeling zestful. 4th grade. My teacher, Mrs. Billwalk. She was about maybe 5 foot tall, about the same direction in width. And I was taller than she was in the 4th grade. But she was much more determined than I, so it was yes, yes ma'am, yes Mrs. Billwalk, yes, yes, yes. We did scripting in those days. Do you remember what that is? When you learn to write, you make the circles, and Mrs. Billwalk came by my circles and said, stop.
The topic is birthday cake. Toastmaster, Benjamin Urrutia.
Benjamin.
Birthday cake. Actually, the cake is the first. So you're and I just was turning 15, but that was many years ago, of course. The birthday cake was like a symbol, especially for women now. They are never over 40, so we have now one called repeat birthday cake, which is very good. And the more you stay on the same, the more younger you feel. So it is now very zestful to know that we cannot go over a certain number of years, because at least internally, that makes us feel very good. Especially when you have to come here and address a very knowledgeable group of public speakers. So it is very successful for me to be here. Have a great day.
The topic, bananas. Toastmaster Wyatt Wilcox.
Good morning, Toastmasters.
Bananas. I like bananas. I like coffee a little bit more. Coffee makes me zestful. Maybe zesty, maybe jestful. Jesty. If I didn't have coffee, the rest of my day would be hard. It would be a test. I wouldn't have anybody over. I wouldn't have any guests. I don't know what I would do that day if I didn't have coffee. Couldn't guess. Thank you.
The topic, elevators. Distinguished Toastmaster Jordan Kamenker.
Rise to the top, baby.
Give us a kiss, Jordan.
I gotta tell you, this is not just zestful, this is one of the most uplifting table topics that you could have given me. There used to be a building in Duluth, Minnesota, where I was born. I wasn't working for the building, but a Hotel Duluth. And when I was a little kid, just a tiny rug rodent, they brought me to the Hotel Duluth, and I managed to escape, and I got into the elevator. Did you know that 60, 70, 80 years ago, the elevators all had elevator operators?
Oh, yeah.
What floor? 7th floor, sporting goods, fine fashions. So I was going up and down, meanwhile my parents were looking for me, calling the police. Fortunately, they found me, nobody got the shaft, and it was, yes, it was, like I said, it was an uplifting experience. And, you know, I really do try. I try to be, I know that sometimes when I talk I sound a bit like a fool, but at least I'm going to be the zestful that I could be.
The topic is fixing stuff at home. Toastmaster America Nicholson.
America.
Right on time.
So fixing stuff at home can be a very zestful event, because when you love to DIY, and you love to look at different things in your home that may be broken or may need to be enhanced, it allows you to utilize your creativity. It allows you to showcase who you are. It allows you to put that extra touch on your home that not every home has. It allows your home to say, this is where America lives. And when you have the desire to fix things in your home, it allows you to learn new skills and to be open to the possibilities of being an interior decorator. Thank you.
Well done.
The topic, snoring. Toastmaster VP Varkey.
Morning.
Morning.
Welcome.
I see that most of the people here are successful today. I'm trying to be successful as well. I appreciate everybody's patience. What was the topic again?
Snoring.
Snoring. I would like to refer to it as the sound of sleep.
Well done.
And some people tend to have a better voice when they're sleeping than when they're awake. And some people don't. I tend to not know the sound of my sleep. I hope nobody finds out. Thank you.
The topic is gambling. Toastmaster Morris McNitt.
Or gambling.
not really good at that. I try not to gamble about anything. Gambling, I don't have the money to gamble. I don't have much of anything else in my life that I want to gamble with. So I'm pretty conservative. I like to be safe in most things I do, especially when I'm scuba diving, which is where I'm going tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going diving. I'm hoping to meet my friend, the hammerhead shark, again. Last time when I met him, he made a left turn and left me in the dust. I mean, it was like terrible. I barely got to see him. So hopefully this time I can get a little closer. Thank you.
I believe we've called everyone who's eligible. I'll call back table. Typewriters. Toastmaster Amy White.
Oh, boy. Okay. You know, I think that camera's just a little too close.
Yeah, I think so too.
Typewriters. Actually, the typewriter was invented in my great-grandfather's office.
Wow.
So there you go. And in 7th grade, I was very zestful at trying to be the fastest typist in the class. You know, that's where it was accuracy, but once you got that, then it was all about speed. And there was a girl that sat kind of catty corner in front of me, and she and I were like, flames were coming out of that keyboard. So it was just a lot of fun. I love typing.
Fruit trees. Distinguished Toastmaster Carson Shea.
Oh. Remember COVID? What? We decided, I have a farm. The horses table topic, I got up and fed the horses and let them out in the pasture this morning before I came here. I could talk about horses all day. But we decided to make a garden, 64 by 64 feet, and I'm an engineer, man. I did it right. Everything was perfect. I even got one of the guys to bring an entire truckload of topsoil. Planted everything, had 6 fruit trees, raised beds, all this stuff. Really great, automatic watering, you know, the whole thing. And nothing grew. And nothing grew. And I'm doing everything right. And I'm not super great, but not this bad, and I couldn't figure it out. And then after a year, my wife points at the big, huge pile of topsoil and says, "Do you notice nothing is growing on it?" That was 2020. To this day, I have hardpan that's a jungle. To this day. Bare pile of dirt. Nothing grew in that topsoil. And I can say I got a few cucumbers out of it, so yeah, not so bad.
The topic is record albums. Toastmaster David Hanley.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Record albums. As I consider some albums of my past, my history, I think that there's a lot of fun with record albums, especially when I consider the artists that came out during the times where I was listening to the music the most. For me, I would say that record albums, we're talking about Lil Wayne, the Carter 2, Lil Wayne, the Carter 3. These are albums that shaped a group of kids, a generation. The zestfulness that would fill a room, all the fun, all the laughs. That is what continues to make record albums a success. Thank you.
The topic is alcohol. Toastmaster King Blaine.
You tell him.
I know.
Alcohol?
Losterbrooks.
Actually, alcohol makes me think of something that you also mentioned, record albums. I used to have a DJ business where I DJed parties and wedding receptions. You really remember this because you were at the same one.
Yep.
I was DJing, and this is back when you had to carry big boxes of records and albums and tape and CDs. The guy came up to me and he said, "Can you play some Beach Boys?" And I said, "Yeah, we want to hear it." He said, "Please help me, Ron." What he didn't know was that I knew that the groom's former girlfriend, not the one he was marrying, was named Rhonda. And if we asked another DJ who didn't know that,
That would have gone over like a lead balloon.
Another band.
So I just looked at him thinking, what a jerk you are, but I didn't say that out loud. I said, let me see if I can find it, because unlike today, we just go online and get every music ever recorded. You had to look for the album and find which track. Well, I spent so much time looking for it, I could never find it, so I never played Help Me Rhyme, which saved his zestful occasion.
Thank you, Winter Park Toastmasters. Please vote for 2 and take a 2-minute break.
All right.